Today we will talk about the basic concepts of probability. We start with defining what is a statistical experiment. It is a systematic procedure used to test assumptions by manipulating our variables and then observing what is the effect on the outcome. Ano nga ba ang outcome? Ito yung result ng isang single na trial or attempt kapag gumagawa tayo ng experiment. Like for example, nag-flip tayo ng coin at lumabas ay head, yun ay isang outcome. Ang sample space naman is the set of all possible outcomes na pwedeng mangyari doon sa experiment natin. Kung kunwari, nag-flip tayo ng coin, ano ba yung mga possible na lalabas? Pwedeng head, pwedeng tail. So yung set na yon, the heads and the tails, yun yung mga tinatawag natin na sample space. Kasi lahat yon are possible outcomes na pwedeng mangyari kapag nag-flip tayo ng coin. An event naman is a subset of the sample space, comprising one or more possible outcomes. Like for example, sa flipping ng coin, what is the event of getting a head? What is the event of getting a tail? So kunwari naman, dalawa yung flinip mo na coin. What is the event na makakuha ka ng dalawang head? Or what is the event na makakuha ka ng isang head at isang tail? Okay, yun naman yung tinatawag nating event. Note that the experiment can have more than one possible outcome. So, hindi lang siya trivial, na iisa lang ang possible na mangyari. Each possible outcome can be specified in advance. So, alam mo na kung ano yung mga possible na lalabas. Like for example, in flipping a coin, alam mo na pwedeng lumabas yung head or yung tail. However, the outcome of the experiment is still depends on chance. Okay? So, hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung outcome talaga ng experiment. Pag nag-flip ka ng coin, hindi mo alam kung head ba ang lalabas or tail ba ang lalabas. Now, is rolling a fair die a statistical experiment? Okay, let's check yung tatlong notes natin kanina. Sabi niya, the experiment can have more than one possible outcome. Ilan ba ang possible na lumabas doon sa ating die? So, we have 6. Okay? So, check. Each possible outcome can be specified in advance. Yes, kasi alam natin ang mga possible na lumabas ay 1 hanggang 6. And finally, the outcome of the experiment depends on chance. Yes, kasi kung ano yung nilabas niya pag niroll mo siya, dun mo lang malalaman kung ano yung outcome. So therefore, rolling a fair die is a statistical experiment. So yes, ang sagot natin dyan. Since we are talking about chances, meron tayong concept na we call probability. Ano ba nga ba ang probability? This is a measure of the likelihood that a particular event will occur. Or in other words, this is the chance na mangyari yung isang particular na event. Note that the probability of an event is always from 0 to 1. So hindi siya pwedeng mag-over sa 1 at hindi rin pwedeng maging negative. Kasi the chance is always from 0 to 100% or 0 to 1. The probability of an event, if its occurrence is certain, is equal to 1. Okay? Kapag sure na sure tayo na lalabas yung event na yon, the probability is equal to 1 or 100%. While the probability of an event, if its occurrence is impossible, is equal to 0. Siyempre, pag alam natin na hindi yun pwedeng mangyari, the chance is 0 or 0%. And the sum of all the probabilities of all possible outcomes in a sample space is equal to 1. Kapag kinuha natin yung probabilities ng lahat ng outcomes doon sa sample space at pinag-add natin lahat, dapat ang equal nito is 1 or 100%. Now, we have 3 types of probability: the classical, the empirical, and the subjective. When we say classical probability, ito yung mga probability na calculated based on the assumption that all possible outcomes are equally likely and known beforehand. Ito yung mga probabilities na kahit hindi mo siya gawin, alam mo kung ano yung mga possible na mangyari. Alam mo kung ano yung mga possible na outcomes. The formula for classical probability is the probability of an event is equal to the number of favorable outcomes for the event over the total number of possible outcomes in the sample space. So for example, what is the probability of getting a head when flipping a fair coin? So the probability of getting a head is equal to the number of heads na pwedeng lumabas over the number of the sample space. Okay? Ilan ba ang possible na head na lumabas? Isa lang. Okay? Kasi ang laman lang naman ng coin is head or tail. Over, ano naman yung possible na sample space? We have head or tail, so dalawa. Therefore, the answer is 1/2. What's the probability of rolling an odd number on a fair 6-sided die? So the probability of getting an odd number is equal to the number of odds na pwedeng lumabas over the number of possible outcomes in the sample space. So we have, ilan ba ang odd number doon? Diba? We have 1, 3, and 5. So that is 3. Over, ilan ba ang nasa sample space natin? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6. Therefore, the answer is 1/2. What is the probability of drawing a face card from a standard deck of well-shuffled cards? So, meron tayong picture dito ng standard deck of cards. This has 52 cards, lahat-lahat, kasi 13 ang bawat isang shape. Face card meaning yung mga may mukha. Etong part na to yon. So, ilan ba ang probability ng drawing a face card? So, P of face card is equal to N of face card over the sample space. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Over 52 lahat yung cards natin. So, the answer is 3/13. The second type of probability is the empirical probability. Ito naman, this is determined by observing the relative frequency of an event occurring in a set of trials or experiments using actual data rather than theoretical assumptions. So, ito yung mga probabilities na dapat mangyari muna bago mo makompute yung probability. Okay? Hindi siya katulad ng classical na kahit hindi siya nangyari, alam mo kung ano yung probabilities ng bawat event. Pero dito sa empirical probability, kailangan mangyari muna yung experiment bago mo makompute yung probability. The formula for empirical probability is equal to the probability of an event is equal to the frequency of the event or the number of times the event occurs in the observed data all over the total number of trials or observations. So for example, out of 50 die rolls, the number 4 appeared 8 times. What is the probability of rolling a 4? So dito, ginawa muna yung experiment ng 50 times. Okay? And then tinignan nila kung ilang beses lumabas yung 4. At ang sabi niya, 8 times daw. So ano ang probability of rolling a 4? So the probability of rolling a 4 is equal to the frequency of 4 over the total. Okay? So, ilan ba yung frequency ng 4 natin? Nag-appear daw siya 8 times. Over, ilan ba yung total na rolls natin? 50. So, the answer is 4/25. In a survey of 200 people, 120 prefer T. What is the probability of preferring T? Okay, so eto, nagawa muna yung survey sa 200 na people and then nakuha nila yung ilan yung may prefer ng T. So what is now the probability of preferring a T? So that is equal to the frequency ng nag-prefer ng T over yung total natin. So we have 120 over 200 or that is now equal to 3/5. Out of 80 quizzes, 25 scores were above 90. What is the probability of scoring above 90? So the probability of scoring above 90 is equal to the frequency ng nag-score above 90 over N. So 25 over 80 quizzes. Okay, so the answer is 5/16. And the last type of probability is subjective probability. Ito yung estimate of the likelihood of an event based on personal judgment, intuition, or experience rather than on statistical analysis or historical data. Kaya nga subjective, kasi feeling mo mo, sa bias mo. So for example, if you have consistently score high on quizzes, what is your subjective probability of making to the director's list? Okay? So dito, iba-iba na lang sagot. Kasi feeling mo naman consistent na mataas yung score mo. So you can say na pwedeng 100%, okay? Pwedeng 90% yung chance mo na making to the director's list or 80% kasi nakikita mo naman na yung scores mo matataas. Given that you saw two classmates often together at McDonald's, what is your subjective probability that they are in a relationship? Okay? So nakita mo yung dalawang classmate mo palagi. Nandun sila sa McDo, kumakain together. No? So masasabi mo ba na they are in a relationship? No? Okay, confirm. 80% chance sila nga talaga. No? Or confirm, 100% sila na talaga. So with your teacher's tendency to give lower grades for late work, what is your subjective probability of getting a good grade on a late assignment? Okay? Kasi alam mo na si teacher, pag late yung assignment mo, mababa yung grade mo. So ano yung chance na makakuha ka ng mataas na grade sa late na assignment? Okay? So siguro, pwede mong sabihin 10% na lang yung chance, no? Baka nga 0% pa kasi late yung assignment mo. So that is subjective probability. We also have the concept of a complement. Okay? The complement of an event is the set of outcomes in the sample space that are not included in the outcomes of that event. Yung mga wala. Pag sinabi natin complement of the event, sila yung mga hindi included doon sa event na yon. For example, find the complement of the given event. It is raining. So ano yung kabaliktaran ng it is raining? Note that if you are getting the complement of the event, dapat sure ka na ma-encompass niya lahat ng mga possible na lumabas other than that event. Okay? So pwede ba nating sabihin ang complement ng raining is sunny? Hindi pwede. Kasi paano yung mga cloudy? Paano yung mga windy? Hindi na encompass. So parang dito, ginagawa natin siyang dichotomous yung data natin. Dapat sure tayo na dalawa lang yung possible na lalabas. Okay? So ano ngayon ang complement ng raining? We can say na it is not raining. Here, sure tayo na na-encompass niya lahat ng possible na mangyari other than raining. What is the complement of passing the test? Eto, sure na tayo kasi dichotomous to. This is failing the test. Kasi wala namang ibang possible na lalabas. It's either you fail or you pass the test. What is the complement of rolling an even number on a fair die? Again, ito din, sure na tayo kasi dalawa lang naman yung pwedeng lumabas. This is rolling an odd number on a fair die. Kasi dalawa lang naman yung lalabas. Pwedeng even, pwedeng odd. Getting heads when flipping a fair coin. So, ito din, dalawa lang yung pwedeng lumabas. So, the complement is getting tails when flipping a coin. And what is the complement of drawing a red card from a standard deck of cards? So, looking at the cards, dalawa lang naman yung kulay. It's either black or red. Therefore, the complement is drawing a black card from a standard deck of cards. Another important concept in probability is the use of or. Meron tayong dalawang klase ng or. It's either inclusive or exclusive. Inclusive or meaning meron silang intersection. While exclusive or means wala silang intersection. Diyan ngayon papasok yung concept of mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events, ito yung mga events that cannot occur at the same time. Meaning, ito yung mga exclusive na or. Kasi wala silang intersection. So let's determine whether the events are mutually exclusive or not. Being cloudy or rainy. So possible ba na maging cloudy at the same time ay rainy? Yes. Therefore, these events are not mutually exclusive. Kasi possible na magsabay sila or merong intersection. Getting a 2 or a 5 when rolling a fair die. So possible ba na pag nakakuha ka ng 2, makakuha ka din ng 5? Hindi. Okay? Kasi it's either makakuha ka lang ng 2 or makakuha ka lang ng 5. Therefore, these events are mutually exclusive. Getting heads or tails when flipping a coin. So katulad ng example kanina, hindi rin pwede na magsabay na makakuha ka ng head tapos makakuha ka rin ng tail. So it's either you get a head or you get a tail. Therefore, these events are mutually exclusive. Getting a 7 or a king when drawing a card from a standard deck of cards. So ito yung mga 7 natin at ito naman yung mga king natin. So meron ba tayong 7 na king? Wala. Therefore, these are mutually exclusive events. Getting a red card or a heart when drawing a card from a standard deck of cards. So nasaan ba yung ating mga red cards? Ito. At nasaan yung ating mga hearts? Ito. So possible ba na magkaroon ng red card na heart? Yes, may intersection sila. Therefore, these events are not mutually exclusive. Aside from being mutually exclusive or not mutually exclusive, two events can also be considered as independent or dependent. Masasabi natin na independent sila if one does not affect the probability of the other. Otherwise, kapag na-affect niya, we call that dependent events. So for example, rolling a 4 on a fair die and getting heads on a fair coin. So kapag ba nag-roll tayo ng 4 sa fair die, maapektuhan ba yung pagkuha natin ng heads on a fair coin? No. Therefore, these two are independent events. Rolling a 3 on the first fair die and rolling a 5 on a second fair die. So kapag nag-roll tayo ng 3, hindi naman niya maapektuhan pag nag-roll tayo ng 5 sa second na die natin. Therefore, these events are independent. Drawing a red ball and then a blue ball from a bag without replacement. Without replacement, meaning hindi natin ibabalik yung unang nabunot natin. Okay? So once na nag-draw tayo ng red ball, okay, nabawasan na siya. And then, saka tayo magdodraw ng blue ball. Nagkaroon ba ng effect sa probability? Yes, kasi nung nag-draw tayo ng blue ball, nabawasan na yung number of balls doon sa bag. Therefore, these events are dependent. Selecting a student from Class A and selecting a student from Class B. So yung pag-select natin ng students sa Class A, hindi naman niya maapektuhan yung pag-select natin ng students sa Class B. Therefore, these events are independent. Drawing a heart and then a spade from a deck of cards without replacement. Again, without replacement, meaning hindi natin ibabalik. So nung nag-draw tayo ng heart, hindi natin siya binalik, and then nag-draw tayo ng spade. Therefore, nagkaroon ng effect doon sa probability nung second na draw natin. Therefore, these events are dependent.